What is going on, everyone? It is David Palmer, Leo King, and welcome to Spiritual Dance Music for March the 2nd of 2022. It is the new moon in Pisces. Welcome to the only, literally, for a decade now, I can actually say it more, the only person who thought about bringing astrology and dance music into a new moon ceremony or combine them both together. And if this is a time of dreams, it was 2009, right before Jupiter went into Pisces last time, that we started this show on Soul Garden, October of 2009. And I remember, there's no way in hell I'm going to make this dream come true. Well, a Jupiter cycle, and it's still here, and it's better than ever. Welcome to HighVibe.tv. Super happy to have you here. If you never watched the show before, this is where I'm going to tell you what's going on with this new moon, the astrology, throw some cards, do a prayer, and do it all live into a channel, dance music mix. And no, we do not cheat here. We're not a laptop DJ that you see at all these fucking festivals and shit now, and they think they're all fucking cool. I got to say, I missed the new moon because I was in Miami for the Aquarian new moon and especially for the Chinese New Year. And so this is like my first new moon one of 2022. Unless there was a new moon Capricorn, but I think that new moon Capricorn was right at the beginning of the new year. So technically, this is my second one, actually. But I got to say, looking at this new moon, I want people to know this. Dreams are here on the biggest level ever. We have now entered into a new moon in Pisces with Jupiter and Neptune, the original ruler Jupiter of Pisces and the modern ruler of Neptune for Pisces. And this new moon is sextile Uranus. Remember, the last 7 months, every new moon has had an aspect to Uranus. Kind of feels like a pain in the ass, you know what I mean? But we got a live audience, so some people laugh. But, you know, that's the whole thing is, this is a time in our lives about moving things forward. And especially, Pisces is about whether it's the past, whether you get lost in it, whether it's dreams. We've got this Mars-Venus conjunction on Pluto in Capricorn. And this is really about what's destined in our life. What is fated in our life? What are the tracks to it? Now, it's one thing to dream for anything. But, you know, this is a time to only dream about the things that truly are going to really align in your life, that make sense, that you can see that the dominoes have been laying the tracks towards. Or, you know, if we were back in the 1800s, it almost would be like, you know, I'm going to take a train, and I'm going to take it across America. Well, you better have some tracks laid down. So you better wish that, you know, that you have the train, but it's the tracks that are the most important. So I think right now, anything's possible, but the reality check of Mars, Venus, and Pluto conjuncting right now on this new moon in Capricorn is, you know, what really makes sense? What is destined in our life, and what are we pipe dreaming, you know? Or as Joe Biden would say, give out free crack pipes. I don't know about that. You know what I mean? Like, is that really saving people or making them go deeper into their addiction? As I'm smoking a cigarette. Now, I love this new moon because this is the intention for us to let go of the past. Compassion is everything. And I think that this is a moment in our life to go, I've learned a lot, right? As Joe Biden would say, I've learned so much. I've learned so much. But that's how you have to do. You have to look at what the past brought you, what karmic stuff happened, and you can get lost in Pisces. It's boundless, and especially with Neptune, there's no boundaries. You got Jupiter here; it's expanding it. So we're in a dualistic, mutable sign and a dualistic reality here, where on one side of the planet, people are obsessed now with war, and whether or not you're obsessed with it or not is going to be up to you on whether or not there's this other side. We live in a world where there's a little birdie that just got hit by a car. And in the same world, a little birdie that just got birthed over your backyard. That's really beautiful. So, you know, it's kind of a weird world. And you know, I don't want to get all Lion King on you all, and no, I don't go by the Lion King for the people that always do that for fucking 10 years. I'm the Leo King. But it's the circle of life. And there's times when Pride Rock gets run over by hyenas. And we live in a desolate world of inflation and emptiness and rooting for the outsider that came in to eat all of the food. It's a weird time. When you go off the natural path of life, and, you know, people think nature is like, you know, oh, my God, I was out in nature on a hike. It's divinity, the divine nature. It's the human nature. It's the spiritual nature. That's what nature's about. They twisted you to get all obsessed because it's art on the other side of alchemy that gets you through chaos and gets you through order, right? So we live in this order and chaos pendulum, and we're at the chaos pendulum side. And so the only way that you bring it always, no matter if we're in the too much order, but it's kind of crazy because we're on both sides of the pendulum. Then there's totalitarianism. I mean, I tried to call Trudeau here and see if he wanted to come, but, you know, he was like, I can't come, dude. Like, that'll look bad, you know? Like, I got the shot, so, you know. But, you know, we got people up there who are taking countries that claim that they're neutral, but, you know, no, you can't do this if you've got that. No, you can't do this if you got that. But that's all smothered in the propaganda world of Pisces, too. Are you creating your own psychosis and propaganda about things that have no tracks that make sense? Look at the world. Everybody's obsessed with what's happening with the war, and that's tragedy. But it's like, what about all the other tragedies, or what about all the other things that are really going on? Are you going to fall for the spell? There's a new spell happening right now. It's about not getting caught up in the spell. It's about really, this is a moment for you to be like, where am I divinely seceding energetically from that's not from the divine? Where am I ready to just finally step into only my pure divine self? You know, and it might feel like we're all Simba, just playing a Hakuna Matata, you know, and too afraid to go back to Pride Rock and face those hyenas, right? Because, like, we have to, as a collective right now, with all the energy moving into Aquarius after this new moon, we all have to come together and be like, we're all people here, and we all deserve our rights, and we all especially should not be told what to ingest in our bodies or be told from a crazy psychosis of like, yeah, these people are better than those people, and but these people are doing this, but they, you know, it's like, this isn't our show. This isn't our way of life. This isn't the way it is. And so this is going to be a very challenging time because the reality check of Pluto and Capricorn at 27 degrees, whether it is just the beginning of America's Pluto return, or whether you look at it in every cycle in the world, of the world going through a crazy dramatical change of how the world will be operated for the rest of our lives, mix that with the last time we had Jupiter and Neptune and Pisces together, the rulers of Pisces, was in 1856. And there was a Crimea War. Ironic, don't you think? It's like Democrat. I mean, I'm not going to sing Alanis Morissette. I've been on Alanis Morissette fucking weird thing last week. But, you know, I think that this moment here is we all have to come together and go, number one, it's not about, it's so hard. Trust me, I'm so fire and so Mars Scorpio, and I just am ready to go take on the world. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what? The divine has us in our backs. All we have to do is show up to what's called. And when we do that, like my buddy Alex is here, and he stood up, you know, at a big moment in his life, the Sonic Universe. You should follow him. And he stood up, you know, when he got the biggest gig, one of the biggest gigs for his band and his group and his music. He's been doing music for so long. I've known him a long time. And in LA, when they started putting the mandates on, he's like, you know what? I can't play. They won't let him play. And he stood up and he said, I'm not going to play shows that require segregation. And you know what? So many events for him in his life have gone bigger than that because he stood in his truth. And you know what? Capricorn and Pisces together is, did you stand in your spiritual truth, or did you just balk and fake your soul. Because Capricorn keeps its check marks. It's a lot like Santa Claus, but not, right? It's like Santa Claus probably like has an accountant for who's naughty and who's nice. You know what I mean? Santa's too Sagittarius. Like, I don't have time for that. I got to go run around for the elves, and, Mrs. Santa's always making cookies, and I drink all the milk all the time. Are you sure it's fucking milk from a cow, or you still... Is that Mrs. Santa Claus's fucking milk? You know what I mean? Fuck. Santa's a little crazy. But I will say that this is where it's like, the more you stand in your essence of your truth, the universe has been keeping checks. And those dreams that are going to come true the most right now are for those that stand in their truth. Those that don't fall for the spell and those that don't contribute to the biggest thing that we can all truly do for the best of humanity is not to segregate humanity, not to join forces, not to go into anything that segregates. Because all this Aquarius energy is a big test with Saturn. Just look at the lineup. Jupiter, Neptune, and Pisces. Saturn in Aquarius. Pluto at the end of Capricorn with a Mars and Venus conjunction happening where Mars overtook Venus, and Venus is now going to take over Mars at 0 degrees Aquarius. Jupiter, Saturn met December 21st, 2020, 0 degrees Aquarius. Mars and Saturn met at 0 degrees Aquarius at the beginning of 2021. If you are a failure to humanity because you just keep contributing to the segregation of it, you keep contributing to going against the collective by falling into the spell, this is your great wish of finally waking up. But for those that have been standing in their spiritual truth, those that have been able to see through it, this is where the greatest gifts come. Because I have to use the history. Those that followed the South in 1856, those who did a fraudulent election in 1856 ended up seceding from the Union, and they got their ass handed to them by the divine. And that can be scary, but this could be your moment to finally ask God for forgiveness for going against your brothers and sisters, which I warned you all about before there was any of this shit happening. We all have to forgive the people that segregated all of us. And I'm standing here tonight before I do this prayer. I forgive all those that judged me because I chose not to get forced to take something that didn't work, by the way. And that is hurting a lot of people more than it's doing good. And I'm not standing here in judgment. I'm standing here with love and forgiveness and acceptance of it's okay if you've judged me. It's okay if you voted for somebody. It's okay if you've done these things. This is a moment in our life, though, where Jupiter, Neptune, and this new moon in Pisces is all about whether or not you 100% are on Team God and the universe and humanity, period. Or you are falling for the spell that is encapsulating your mind that Jupiter did not help with the South Node in 2020 on January 12th when the Saturn, Pluto, Sun, and Mercury conjunction happened. Mars and Venus have passed that point at 22 degrees. And ironically, the day that Mars and Venus here, right before they met with Pluto that is happening on this new moon, was the day of the Ukraine-Russia war. So if you're going to try and tell me that there's not another spell going on the fucking same degrees, at the same place where there's malefic planets meeting up with benefic energy and creating a spell, I don't know if you follow astrology. You know what I mean? At that point, it's like you don't want to see it. And I forgive all those in the world that fell for the spell because I know it could be easy, getting caught up in your Instagram and trying to be like everybody else and follow what everybody else is doing. I mean, I know that to me that sounds like hell, being a double Leo, but when we're all these Aquarius times, I can understand how the dark is using people to fucking use our brothers and sisters to segregate and to judge people and to push them into a corner and actually literally tell them they can't enter into this building. They can't enter into this room. You can't even go see your grandparent, or you can't come home because you didn't fucking put a fucking thing that now literally that goes up your nose that even the poison control centers are saying is poison. That's what this moment is. But, Nobody, you know what's happening is I'm telling you this is what they're doing. What are you talking about? I don't know about that poison thing or the 9 pages that just came out from Pfizer fucking with the 9 pages. No. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, put it back. Yeah. Putin's going into that city. Because it's distracting from the shadow reality of the Saturn-Uranus square. And the Pluto-Uranus square, which is not over. So this is a moment for us to have forgiveness for all. Forgiveness of all of each other. Because we've all had our moments. But we all feel like we have justification, Like, I'll admit, like, I've had my Chiron Gemini shit where it's like, fuck, I warned everybody for so long, and people then segregated me, and people told me I'm just a bad person, and fucking people came after me, and then I have stalkers, and then I have people threatening my life. You know what I mean? It's like, I still have to forgive. It's like I have to forgive where it's like, there's so, I lived in LA. I was a celebrity astrologer. I've done astrology readings and TV shows with celebrities around the world, but because my point of view was challenging that point of view that's in that world right now, I'm not allowed to go to the clubs and DJ. I'm not allowed to be on television shows. I'm not allowed to do any of that shit. I'm not even allowed to go get a coffee in a certain fucking city now. And I forgive all of them. But you know what the deepest thing is I know deep in myself, and I know there's a lot of you out there that we all know that we held the line. You got to hold the line for truth. And this is the moment where the real wish is not the next big TV or how much money you can have. It's whether or not that you feel that you are doing your destined purpose, which is for the collective, for a higher purpose than ourselves, a higher purpose than our own ego, a higher purpose than anything that there is ever dreamed possible. Because that's where the divine just drops so many gifts in your life. And I'm so blessed, and I'm so thankful for the amazing drops of gifts that just continue upon me. Even when I am segregated, I can't even go DJ at most of the clubs. I can't even still go into the city I used to live in and walk in and get gas. Or walk in and do the most basic things and needs. I can't even go to Canada right now. I can't even go to certain countries. You think that stuff is going to be dealt with? Or is the noise now drowning it out?
Take me back to the underground.
That's literally what this whole thing in Ukraine and Russia is about. And I know people are going to tell me, no, and this person... I don't take a side on this whole thing. You know why? Because they're both fucking doing some crazy shit here. And it's a distraction to get rid of what's really going on. We got people that used to fucking, don't tell if your kid plays Call of Duty, oh my God, and if you own a gun, you're a bad person. Literally out there fucking wearing blue and fucking yellow and screaming, let the civilians have guns. One thing I can tell you about Pisces, and especially with Jupiter and Neptune here, and we've never all seen this unless you're really old and you followed the Taco Bell plan, because, everybody that's lived over 100 years old, they celebrate their birthday at Taco Bell. So obviously there's something to it. Unless you, I don't know, because, my great-great-grandfather came on the Oregon Trail in 1862 and stuff. So, I have my history. I have my pictures of them all too. But if you lived with them, if you knew my great-great-great-grandfather, my great-great-great-great-grandfather, if you knew them, please hit me up. I mean, if you're still alive, because that was the last time Jupiter and Neptune were in Pisces. So if you know, but I can tell you about Pisces, it's chaos. Right? It's distractions. It's addictions. And so it also is media. And I've warned, and I have my receipts, and I haven't even thrown up those receipts, but people that watch me know, because I've said it on this show. You know how much content I have out there that I don't even have? It would take me like 30 people to watch all my content for fucking a year. That's how much. To get all the receipts. But I have said the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction will be the biggest propaganda thing of our lives. That will be the most fraudulent, fake thing we've ever seen in our lives. And we're here. And whatever you're seeing on the TV right now is the biggest lie. And I'm not saying the narrative's a lie. I'm saying that I don't know what the lie is within all of it. But because we all have to see on the other side. But when everybody's being asked to donate to a country that I'm going to use my old, I was in the military. Like, if you know a side's about to lose, would you give all your money to them before then a country's going to take them over? That they take all the money? You got to really think about what's really going on. There's a bigger plan behind all this. And who's ever squawking the loudest about it in the media, and who's ever the most silent, that says a lot. Because Pisces is a sign where you look behind. What's behind the curtain? What's really going on? And in your own life, what's really going on? Are you listening to fate? Are you following your true soul? Or this is a moment for people for the last 2 years that followed the fucking BS mask, fucking crazy fucking, oh my God, you're gonna die, you're fucking spell, to wake up. That you can purge that now. You can like literally dunk yourself in your own holy water in your fucking sink and fucking be like, I'm clearing that shit out. Or you can continue to let that ravage your whole entire system and the fear that's embedded in it and be projecting that onto other people constantly. If we want this thing to go the way, it's not really from mandates and governments, it's from the people that are brainwashed, that are literally living in this, I'm higher than mighty because I show off my mask. Which I'm so glad I didn't do the mask thing, because it's already enough shit in my pockets. I got a jewel right now. I got my clear eyes. I got 2 phones. I got my wallet. The people are already like, what the fuck? Why do you have like a fucking wallet that looks like it's fucking all like, I'm like, I'm living in California, bro. I'm from OC, doc. You know, like I already got enough. You know what I mean? I got my junk between my legs. You know, I already got to deal with that. So I don't know if I was ready to add another thing to my pocket. It's like a mask. And have that subliminally put into my, oh my God.
But if you follow me, Justin Trudeau, and the Build Back Better Around the World plan, you will wear that for the rest of your life. You will be given the freedom to go to a movie theater and to a club and drink alcohol because you have a passport. No, I'm not the dark. No, I'm not the dark. Yeah, and fuck those people who don't got that shot.
The reason why I did that is that's actually what you just went through. That is the darkest shit that has happened on the planet since the Dark Ages. And they're going to erase it as much as they can. Or the scariest part of Jupiter, Neptune, and Pisces in this new moon is that you got to be aware of like what's being pushed under the rug, right? Like everything's fine now. It's gone. Why are there right now, and this is actual fact, more deaths going on right now? Look it up. Stop top stories. But because there's a distraction going on, what are people really dying from? That was my biggest prediction, by the way. People remember that. Oh my gosh, by the time we hit into the end of February and March and April, everything's going to look like in the media, it's fine, everything's normal, but everybody's going to be dropping like flies. Like, what the fuck? I don't wish death upon anybody. But we need to all ask questions and be louder about it, including those that fell for the spell, because I don't want to see people that fall for the spell be the ones that are dropping like flies. The papers are just coming out that the FDA lost in court. You should go read them yourself. That were confidential, by the way. And we should ask questions to the media and to everybody about why they kept touting the line without knowing the research. Or why there's 9 pages. And when I say 9 pages, it's not like 9 pages. We're talking from the top of the page to the full left to the full right, all the way to the bottom, and commas between every 2 to 3 word disease or effect to your body that has caused to people. And that was by March of 2021. And so, the harshest reality of this time and the most beautiful thing are coming together at once. That I believe, and I've said it here before, that this is a time for you to be good with the divine, with whatever you to call the divine, whatever you to call your religion, your God. And you ask for forgiveness if you fell for that spell, because it's a spell from the dark. The darkness came in and it took over people. With Mars, Venus, and Pluto, this is the revealing and the wake up of the dark that happened. And then not to fall on the spell now of like, oh, look at the real dark people over here doing a war. Because now Putin, and I'm not saying he's not bad, right? But what a great way now to just throw it on a really big bad person. But what happened to Fauci? Where did he go? That humanity is still keeping in effect things that are segregating people and creating belief systems still of like, oh yeah, they don't have that. Like as if we're dirty. Hey, I'm proud to be dirty. Well, because every report that came out in the last 2 weeks proves that actually you're fucking safer off to be dirty. Isn't that a fucking trip? Pisces flips things. So whoever was really clean is actually dirty, and whoever was dirty is now clean. That'll mind fuck you. But the positive about this whole thing is that we all have an opportunity to let go, to not be upset, to release, to forgive. You do not want to come into this Aries season in a month from now when it's going to get extreme. And the chaos is going to get louder. This is where the destined tracks in your life are to forgive, let go, and we're talking beyond the last 2 years, your whole life. Let go of everything that has caused you trauma, pain, suffering. This is a beautiful moment. This new moon, and I've put up the new moon horoscopes, and I've done it, and I wasn't going to do a long talk for this spiritual dance music, but I have to. This is the most epic moment of all time, but they are making you now believe it's the most scary and dangerous. That's chaos. That's psychotic. You know, I went to an outpatient program for 5 weeks when I dealt with my anxiety and my panic disorder. I had reached agoraphobia. After 3 years and being fully sober, I couldn't walk outside. I'd have a panic attack for 8 hours every day. And I still showed up and did the horoscopes. It was a really hard time in my life. But I went to this outpatient program, and I was like, please just take me inpatient. I can't wait. I was ready to give up. I had surrendered to it. Stop trying to fight it. Stop trying to call every fucking naturopath doctor and every yoga thing. And no, take this tea. It's going to get rid of it. And do all these things. And I was like, okay, I'm just done. I'm surrendering. I show up to the hospital. I'll never forget. I'm like, you won't take me inpatient? They're like, no, you're not crazy. You just have panic disorder. Like, here, you're going to go through group therapy for 5 weeks, and you only have to come here for 4 hours. I'm like, I have to go home? Like, yeah, you're going to be okay, but you're going to have to listen to us. Like, we help people through this shit. So I went through the program for 5 weeks, and I dealt with people who have bipolar syndrome. I dealt with people who have schizophrenia. I deal with people who have all these crazy fucking mental disorders. When you're really in that space, you learn forgiveness and you learn compassion. But you also learn at the same time how people can literally be in their own crazy world. And at the same time, you also learn a lot about yourself when you're like, damn, I'm not that bad actually. Fuck, holy shit. One of the greatest healing lessons I learned was being in group therapy and being like, fuck, man, I don't hold on to trauma like that. Shit, I guess okay. Because the greatest gift spiritually is to not hold on to trauma. Not to hold on to where you've been wronged. Not to hold on to the dark shit that happens in life. And not to feed to our collective and to others dark shit. And I got through, and I got through better than I ever have in my life. It saved my life. But I remember the pride, and I remember my ego being like, I'm going to have to say for the rest of my life that I went to an outpatient behavioral health program for 5 weeks, and I couldn't figure it out on my own as a spiritual person and as an astrologer and as somebody who's a psychic, and that I tried every natural path, and at the end of the day, it was none of those paths that fucking figured it out. It was this path that was always judged upon. And so I can tell you that psychotic energy is the energy in which people just, especially what I learned through when they were going to see if I was bipolar. So for 2 of the weeks, I went through a bipolar track. And I didn't understand it, and then I really learned it, and then they were at the end of the 2 weeks like, you definitely don't have bipolar. I was like, thank God, okay, I get it now. And I felt very sorry for people that have it, and that people have to deal with people who have it because it's so erratic, and it can't control, and it goes so manic and out of nowhere, and then depressed, and then, I can't believe you're not wearing a mask. That's fucking crazy shit. Or to watch what's happening with this war right now, and oh my God. It's like, do we not learn lessons from fucking the wake up of 9/11 and fucking weapons of mass destruction? And this is the same nodal transit and the same eclipses and the same cycle. I mean, come on, hello? Do I have to be like a parent? Hello? Hello? But people are falling for it, and they've already got their badges, and they're already doing their shit. And, you know, I always ask, I just made a joke on Deep Astrology and High Vibe, I just got to say, it's just like, what about all those OnlyFans chicks in Ukraine? What are they going to do now? Because when you have one of those people in government now in Ukraine, and they're like putting their lipstick on and trying to look all good for camera and saying, well, I'm going to go out there and fight. I'm like, you worried more about your lipstick than if you got all your clips fucking locked, bitches? Come on. And I made the joke where it's like on Hannity, I'm sure Hannity was like, you need some money? Tell them where your OnlyFans is. I'll do anything with a gun. That people are about to go through the greatest wake up ever. And as I said on Deep Astrology, and I didn't say here, because of Mars and Venus moving into Aquarius on Sunday after this new moon. So this new moon to this full moon that'll come in Virgo, which will be a huge reality check, opposing Neptune and all this crazy shit that's coming, and we have Sun Jupiter this week. This great gift is a compassion and letting things go and just, you know, the comedy, the laughter. God is a comedian, you know. To get rid of the dark, you have to laugh at the dark. So that's why you see, where's the meme game strong? It's against the darkness right now. Do you see the meme game going against the people that are so bad? No. But I can tell you that with all these planets in Aquarius and Pisces, it's going to feel like we're on an alien spaceship, and the aliens gave us their version of drugs, and we all took it, and we were like, what the fuck is going on? We're the farthest away from Leo and Virgo. Reality in our heart space that we understand, our castle that we know about our reality. Like, where the fuck are we going? And you know what? It's a trip, and it's the best trip to not trip, but trip. Let's see what's in the cards.
the underground. Sensation like falling, no fear to be found. A movement of people, the makers of sound. Image and energy, all future bound. Alchemists creating a science of sound. Fashion, speakers and sounds. Take it
All right, let's see what's going on for this tarot for this new moon. What are we working on here as a collective? And then I pull for love too. What's going on? Just what is going on? What is this new moon about? What is this big gift coming? What is this destiny that's dropping down on us? We got the Emperor reversed here as the first card. I don't know which one you want to use. Maybe I don't know if you can see it there, but Emperor reversed is we need to stop getting over the fears of taking action in our life of who we are, what we want in our lives. Like we can't be stunted anymore. We can't feel like we're not going to complete some sort of the power in our life that we have. The Emperor's not given the emperorship because of blood. He does it because he's smart. He gets it because he's powerful, because he's willing to step into his truth, and he knows how to get along with the right people, and he knows how to get to where he needs to go. There's a problem right now in the collective of people just stalling themselves from changing their lives. That's the Emperor and really getting to where they want to go. Second card we got here is the Five of Swords upright. So I like this card because the Five of Swords upright is always saying, hey, I know I got to do these things and it might push some people away or it might be crazy. And I think this has a lot to do with the Aquarius energy of overthinking too much about, well, if I do this, it's going to, people, I don't know, what is that person going to do? What is this person going to do? What is this person going to do? How is that person going to react? That's what's holding you back. It takes Leo energy, the opposite of Aquarius, to teach you, fuck. Do you think I give a fuck what people think? Yeah. But does it stop me? No. Our challenge card that we got here is, we did get a Knight of Pentacles. So, and we got it upright as our challenge, which means we're feeling stuck. Knight of Pentacles is always keeping the whole entire energy moving forward. Like even though it's the slow, life feels slow, but sometimes it doesn't, of course, right? But it really is, like, right? Like, I remember being in 5th grade and being like, okay, one more year, and then I'm in middle school, and then, oh, God, high school, and that's going to take forever. And it takes forever, right, to get out of school. You're like, oh, God. I didn't do the college thing. But fucking I remember being like, oh, my God, thank God when I graduated. That was, like, the best moment of my life. It was, like, close to the feeling of an orgasm, like that, like, right there. I was like, thank God. It took forever. Shit. Now I can live my life, that fucking jail. My dad used to play me Pink Floyd all the time, so probably it's one of the reasons why I fucking was like, fuck that school shit. But this is the challenge. Emperor reverse, Knight of Pentacles in the challenge position. It's people stuck, not willing to move into a different place, try different things, and too worried about what other people are going to think. We did get a Three of Swords. But it is reverse. Our overall card here is you can't be afraid of heartbreak. I always look at this card as like there actually is no heartbreak. You're more afraid of it. You're more afraid of the heartbreak. And I love this chick. I don't know which camera around, but like, look, what? This one? Look at her. She's so heartbroken, and she's sitting there with her knife because she just looks like she's a cutter. But there's a dead crow, or there's a crow there, and she's ready to cut off the crow's head. I mean, like this whole like depression over fear of a heartbreak, fear of not having things you're yourself. I think this is all the collective fearing that everything's not going to go good, not happy. Well, if you don't have the power to be happy, you're too afraid of what people think and that you're not willing to get off the same spot that you're at. It will be because you're freaked out over fucking shit that's not going to go bad. If anything, you're sitting in the bad spot. You know what I mean? Like, spiritual advice card that we got here is the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, which means we need to start investing into our life, what we want. People are tired and feel like, I don't know if I want to invest anything because it could go bad. If I try a job now, it might not work out. If I try this relationship, it might be like the last one that fucked me over. If I fucking try to fucking masturbate again with that fucking weird thing, it might not be the same fucking feeling again. You know, I did E 500 times at least in my life, and I remember people used to be like, well, isn't it to where if you take ecstasy, you'll never be able to have an orgasm that feels normal again? Do people remember that whole, like, myth tale? You know, and it was so weird to me. I was always like...
Especially because I would just be like, oh, no.
But they would be like, oh my God, so if you take that shit, it'll never be the same, right? I just, oh my,
just, this is the world we live in, you know what I mean? Like, your brain. You know, it's like so crazy. It's like, I'm going to go there. Back in the day, it was like, this is your brain on E. And it was just a person cooking eggs and going, but no, it was like, keep communities safe. Get to your local Walmart and CVS for the shot. You know what I mean? Like, the flip. I'm not trying to say take E. I'm just trying to say, like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to say that shit. I'm just trying to say that, like, you know, like I remember I was sitting, I'm not going to name their name because they've been on my channel a bunch before, but we were laughing at the beginning of 2020. I was like, do you remember fucking we'd be at raves and we'd fucking just be biting pieces of E off the ground after people's shit fucking, and we would be fucking, we'd be in cuddle puddles and everybody with their shirts off and sweat and making out and just fucking picking shit off the ground. Give me that water. I don't even know what's in here. Just straight, just fucking like, oh my God. And so I was like, oh my God, look at these crazy people out here. Like, oh my God, you're in the store. I'm like, yeah, I used to pick up that shit off the ground and eat it. Fucking, that shit feels good. I just, like, I can't believe. This reading to me is like, if you are living like that, please call. Help, you know? Oh, man, because, like, I think that we're all as a collective and in a lot of need of help. This just shows, like, you know, it's like beta world, you know? Beta world. Welcome to the world of beta. The Emperor reversed. And I think that, you know, we're in a world where people got to start learning to invest with the North Node and Taurus and invest into things and not have all these crazy fears of, oh, it might not go good. You know how many things I've done that didn't go good that actually took me to the right road? When it comes to love, Page of Wands reversed. Well, you got to be willing to communicate your feelings, and you also have to be able to be willing to, like, Page of Wands is excited to deliver the message of happiness, right, from the king, like, from the King of Wands. Oh, yeah, send her over from that other kingdom that I want to take her out. Yeah. Right, and the page shows up, oh my God. It's like Jasmine, right, that just sits there. Page of Wands reminds me, is like, no, turn them away. I don't want to see, I don't want to know. I just sit with my tiger, and she even says in the movie, you're the only person I know besides my dad. It's like, wow, What a weird life that is. But Page of Wands reversed in love right now is like, if you're not willing to be excited about the most basic shit and figure out the most basic shit and see if something's good, then you're never going to get anywhere in love. So if you're going to put up all these walls like, oh my God, I know, until I've talked to you 28 times, until you've held my hand for 62 minutes on a pier. I just got kicked off Hinge about a week and a half ago, if y'all didn't know. I got banned. Leo King got banned. Like, wear that fucking with pride. Add that to another fucking one of my staples in my life, you know? I got banned from Hinge. Fuck. Guess I was using too many Page of Wands. Like, yeah, what's up? No. We must FaceTime 50 hours. It's like Page of Wands reverse reminds me of just the most, it's like getting an 80-year-old that's fucking hasn't been with anybody for 30 years and is like remembering, like, still holding on to menopause, you know? It's just like, fuck, you're never gonna get it. And the old guy there, like, your husband died, my wife died. Like, can't we just can't we just watch Matlock together? No, not until another 10 years go by. I'm like, okay. Well, we got a Knight of Pentacles upright. That's saying, you know what? You got to get the movement going in life. You got to see what's good. You got to feel what's good to understand what's going good. So if you have blocks up and you're not willing to be excited to see something and you got all that fucking crazy shit I just said going on, then nothing's going to move forward in life. Our challenge card here is the Devil reversed. I feel like it's like, you know what? I think stigmatizing people right now is definitely not a place for love right now. Being like, well, they did that in their past, or, oh, did you see in their pictures they used to be with that person? Or, oh my God, like, this is where we create kind of like, I see it as a challenge, is like, I am going to stay away from anything that will cause me harm. It's like, that means you're giving the energy to the universe that you're going to be harmed. I'll be honest, I don't ever look at relationships, life, or if I go on a date or something and be like, how are you going to harm me? It's more of a sexual thing for me. Like, you want to harm me in a good way, girl? Fuck, shit. You know what I mean? Fuck, yeah. None of this like, oh my God, are you just here to take away something from me? Are you here to ban me off Hinge? Are you the one who banned me after 4 days? Oh my God. Okay, our overall card that we got here is a Five of Swords. We got two Five of Swords that popped up in both decks, meaning, you know what? Who gives a fuck what people think? I don't know what to, you got to go do the things that you want in your life, and you got to give some effort into them. Some people might be like, okay, like, I don't agree, right? I don't know if I want you to do that, or because it's a love card, you know? It's like, if the neighbors hear you, does it really matter? That means you're in love. Like, you know, I mean, if the neighbors aren't hearing it, then there's a problem. If they're hearing your arguments, then there's a problem. There's a problem if they're not hearing you at all, too. But it also reminds me of, like, not, you know, like, it's always controversial. You know, I think that with all the Aquarius energy, because I'm a double Leo, I can tell you, it's like, Aquarius makes you go, well, what is my friend going to think? And then what is my mom going to think? And then what is the other person going to think? What was that one person I'm talking to from 2 months ago going to think? And what is that person over there? What about my ex from over there? What are they going to think over there? What is this person going to think over here? Oh my God. What about that person that fucking liked my post today? What are they going to think? Oh my God. Good luck. Five of Swords kind of goes, yeah, I'm using 2 swords. And you want to fight me? And they're like, no, we're good. We're good. It's like, don't give a fuck. Like, hey, like, get the fuck. I'm doing what I want to do. You know? Like, I'm not worried about your opinion and your crazy ideas about shit. Spiritual advice is the 9 of Wands. Walls will get you nowhere. Especially since we're at the end of Pluto and Capricorn, where chastity belts were highly used in the last Pluto and Capricorn cycle. It's not time for keeping your defenses up. You know, the spiritual advice is saying, stop having all these walls. You're not going to get anything. If if you're gonna have people having to climb over your walls, guess what? You're gonna be Humpty Dumpty. You're not gonna look hot when you fucking have your great fall, you know? Like, will you please just like let me at least talk to you? No, don't have on a mask. And I have to say this because they just brought out from the prevention, the safety measures from the U.S. government, ready.gov. You can go there and look up everything from earthquakes to nuclear bomb threat. And they added, if a nuclear bomb goes off, make sure you have your mask on. And if you don't, and especially don't allow anybody from another household in your house if a nuclear bomb goes out because they could have COVID. This is when you know that the world has been spelled. And if you, your friends, your family especially, there's so many families out there that don't let anybody fucking go into anything. No, you can't see us till you do the fucking put like it all these new tests and all the tests prior. They just fucking announced that I never got one, but everybody tells me when you put that shit up there, it burns. It was never supposed to burn. That was poison. It just got announced that the fucking poison control center is like on the test kits now. Like, there's poison in this, bitch. Do your friends and family that force you to do that shit that want you to be poisoned and then take another poison multiple times and boost the poison? Oh my God. I'm literally like, you know, and I have to have forgiveness to all these people for falling for it, right? Fuck. Hard. Not easy. But if you're going to put up all those kind of walls, do you deserve love at that point? Everybody does, but you know, like you're just doing it to yourself. That's your own reaction to life. Like, and creating all these walls. I remember in 2020, I'm like, what's it going to be like dating? I just got divorced. I'm like, are people going to be scared of this thing? I tested it. People weren't afraid. There was plenty of people not afraid in 2020. But it was like, you know, reminded me of the old 20s, you know, and the old fucking underground, you know. And we all lived life, and we all had fun, and everybody else sat at home and fucking tripped out on Zoom, you know, and fucking followed the guidance and love of masturbate with your partner on with masks on. Or in San Francisco, because they have a big gay population, they literally were like, make sure that the head of both of you aren't turned the same way. And the windows are open. Or the best one was when the PCO and I did the whole skit about the glory holes they told people to build in their house. I'm like, how? I wanted to write into the CDC and the California state government and be like, so how big of a hole saw do I need to buy at fucking Home Depot? Because I have a pretty thick-ass dick, but I think you said only what, like 1/8 inch or something? What's the exact inch that you want me to get into the hole saw in the wall, to stick through the wall to try and penetrate? And how thick of a wall? Like how people went and got hole saws at fucking Home Depot and drilled in their wall and said, okay, honey, you have your mask on? I'm in the other room. And they fucking stuck their dick between the fucking wall and probably didn't know there's insulation in there with fiberglass and shit. And we're like, well, at least I got the tip in, babe. We did it. If you're going to carry all these walls still up in any direction, or if you, I won't talk to you till you take a poison test. Oh, my God. And, you know, people actually think that, you know, people carry around poison. No, the test is poison, literally. Go look it up. We did it on Leo King live last night in like actual news. A couple last cards here for this. Oh, well, here, the Oracle. What's going on with the collective? Spiritual awakening. That's exactly what I was fucking just saying this whole thing is about. And I know that I already felt it. My 5-1 manifesting generator and all the people that project on me were just going to be triggered as fuck by this horoscope. But y'all Pisces, they're like, oh, the fucking Leo King's using this for some political thing. No, spiritual awakening. For the love, Divine feminine. Well, Venus is out of her shadow. So the divine feminine's back online with Pluto. And as a divine masculine, I got to say, we only walk through the doors that are open. So ladies, you got to open the doors and let us, it's all you have to do is make the wink or the nod or the whatever, and we'll open the door. So all the divine feminine out there, they go, well, nothing's happening. It's like, well, you got to let people know, like, the door is open, And I'll pick one more for just both. The Chariot, my card. How funny. It's time to move into a whole new adventure and out of the fucking crazy CV world and all the crazy world. And let's all go by the divine where we're supposed to go. And one more oracle with that, which is spiritual protection. We got to protect ourselves from the new spell as we all lead into this new universe. And let's see if people clear the crazy spell over the last 2 years and try and bring that into this new story. Well, this is where I go into the prayer now, and then we go right into the mix. So give me 1 second here. Because I do this prayer not only to put the right intention into this, but I do this prayer because, to be honest with you all, like when I don't know what it is. It's the spiritual dance music's where I go off. Like I'm like, let it out fully, like. Because I feel like, in the ancient cultures, especially BT, who's an amazing producer and DJ, he used to, back in the day, he used to put on brain scanners, like on your brain for the frequencies coming out, and do it with music to see what music would get your brain waves going. And especially he went out into Native American and like especially out in Africa too, to the natives, and he would go to where there were fire dances like that have been conducted for thousands of years, and they agreed to put him on. And when you drop knowledge from the shamans, it's a lot, and you have to dance it out. The only way to retain knowledge is actually to dance it out. That's why they do the fire dances. It's not like they just go out and go, it's fire dance time. It's just like, no, the shaman just dropped some knowledge. Let's embed it in our soul and bring love to it. So that's why I drop it the hardest on here, and then it's received, and then we dance it all out. Dear Lord, thank you so much for this amazing moment where we are truly in the guidance of your love, your way. The only guide there ever has only been is love. The only guide that there only has ever been is you. And in these times, I know we feel that we've been wronged by other people. We feel that there is so much that is so puzzling in this world. But it's the greatness of the journey, of the imagination that this world can be because of you. And we're not here to understand every little piece, because you show us the way that brings us to the next place. It's always amazing. It's when we're in fear, Lord, that I know that we can get caught up into the wrong place. And I know that there's been so much fear that's been trying to take away from your love, your grace, and your ability to show us the truth. And I know that a lot of people are stuck in it still, and I pray every day, Lord, and I give so much forgiveness to them. And I hope that you forgive me, Lord, for the way that I try and get the message out there. And sometimes it might not be the most beautiful, because I could not even come close in comparison to the way that you know how to deliver your love, your grace, and your truth. So I ask for you to forgive me, Lord. And I ask for, I ask also to just, have you see that I hope that you can also forgive those that didn't follow humanity or follow your truth. I know it's a time that you have our back always, and that's not even a question. But I know it's a time where you've aligned things to really be part of the next journey that's the new big show in our life, the destiny that we've been waiting for to come into our worlds. And I'm so grateful and I'm so blessed to show up with any expectation, because I know. And I don't need the expectation from you, Lord. I have already an all-knowing, because you guide me. You guide all of us. You are divine love all the time. And you show us how to be better. And whenever we're fallible, you're there for us and showing us the lesson. And when we show up, we do so much better when we show up and are honest with our own fallible issues in our life, with our own way that we can get caught up in other spells and other things. But I ask you in this moment, Lord, in this great moment that we're seeing in the heavens, that you are the one that are in control of, that you created. And we see this amazing portal that is opening more to you, more to the truth, more to standing in line with the brothers and sisters that you brought down here to join this great world with, to align more with them, to align more where we can really be in unison together. And like I said months and months ago, that I know we owe so much to you, Lord, and we really do, that we are going to show you as a humanity, we are going to show you as individuals, that you just didn't bring us down here for the great experience and the love and the amazing, amazing moments that you give us and that we cherish. We also came here to do work for you, to show up for you, and to change this place for you. And I can't guarantee it, but I feel it. And I can guarantee you my love. I can guarantee you my truth. I can guarantee you that I will show up to the best of my ability every day. And I know that there are so many out there in this world that do. I pray that you take care of all the people in the Russian and Ukraine war, and that you help dissolve the situation, help us all see the truth, and help us all, send our love and all of our prayers around the world for those that are being harmed and are in harm's way, and for the evil that's around the situation to dissipate and be taken out. I thank you so much, Lord, for this great moment. I appreciate you for making this dream come true, especially on this show where I'm doing this prayer right now, that in October 2009, I sat in my bedroom with a dream, and it's still here. I appreciate you so much with all my life, with all my love, with all my soul, and all the blessings that you deliver every day. I never expect them. I just show up with my love to you, Lord, and I know that you got the rest handled. Thank you so much, Lord. Amen. All right, people. It's time to get down. It's New Moon Pisces. With this show, it's all live. Enjoy. I always recommend putting on some really good speakers or headphones. Definitely like laptop speakers suck. So, because we actually do it in the highest quality. I appreciate you all. Thanks so much. Be part of highvibe.tv and make sure that you also get that History in the Stars that I just did with Anne. You can get it on the link down below, all about what's going on with this war and what does it say in the history in the past in the astrology, and my Love Masterclass and Hypergate, both combined, 18 courses, 70 plus hours for only $150 on the link down below. Thanks so much. And thanks for everybody here in the live audience for being here on highvibe.tv and here at the Highvibe TV studios. Woo! Let's go.
They don't believe in science. They're often misogynistic, often racist. No, they're not. Misogynistic, often racist. No, they're not. No, they're not. Right, he said, but they take up space. And with that, we have to make a choice in terms of a leader as a country. Do we tolerate these people? Do we tolerate these people? It's like, tolerate you. Now you do sound like him. Tolerate you. Now you do sound like him. Tolerate you. Now you do sound like him. You sound like him. And recently he talked about them holding unacceptable views.
Conducting a troubleshoot test of the entire system. Shoot test of the entire system. Somehow, while the party was in progress, an unidentified frequency has been existing in the system for some time. And while many of you have been made too brainwashed to comprehend, this frequency is and has become a threat to our society as we know it. This frequency has been used by a secret society in conjunction with Lucifer. Right in conjunction with Lucifer. Right in conjunction with Lucifer to lure and prey on innocent partygoers with hypnotism, synchroprism, technology, lies, scandal, and pornography. While the party is still in progress, we will keep you updated on our current status.
church lately? You in church lately? In church lately?
Not much sense in my going to church. Do you remember one time when we were small, we were out here? It was from right over there. I jumped out at you from behind the tree, and Grandpa got all excited. He shook his fist at me, and he said, boy, you'll be damned to hell. He said, boy, you'll be damned to hell. Fist at me, and he said, boy, you'll be damned to hell. Remember that? Right over there.
Okay.
Well, you used to really be scared.
There's no turning back now.
Johnny,
You're still afraid.
stop it now, I mean it. Stop it now, I mean it. Stop it now, I mean it.
To really be scared here.
Johnny,
You're still afraid.
stop.
so. Now, man's old age dream.
Welcome to the Wild West.
Regardless of their sincerity, their humanitarian motives, those who would trade our freedom for security have embarked on this downward course. In this vote harvesting time, they use terms like the Great Society, or as we were told a few days ago by the President, we must accept a greater government activity in the affairs of the people. But they've been a little more explicit in the past, and among themselves, and all of the things I now will quote have appeared in print. These are not Republican accusations. For example, they have voices that say the Cold War will end through our acceptance of a not undemocratic socialism. Another voice says the profit motive has become outmoded. It must be replaced by the incentives of the welfare state. Or our traditional system of individual freedom is incapable of solving the complex problems of the 20th century. Senator Fulbright has said at Stanford University that the Constitution is outmoded. He referred to the President as our moral teacher and our leader. And he says he is hobbled in his task by the restrictions of power imposed on him by this antiquated document. He must be freed so that he can do for us what he knows is best. And Senator Clark of Pennsylvania, another articulate spokesman, defines liberalism as meeting the material needs of the masses through the full power of centralized government. Well, I, for one, resent it when a representative of the people refers to you and me, the free men and women of this country, as the masses. This is a term we haven't applied to ourselves in America. But beyond that, the full power of centralized government, this was the very thing the Founding Fathers sought to minimize. They knew that governments don't control things. A government can't control the economy without...
will return to the people, and so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you and to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think of what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men, with machine minds and machine hearts, machine minds and machine hearts, machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you the people have the power. the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give you the future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite! Democracy, let us all unite!
Was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boards, and he ran a bunch of bad boards, and he ran a bunch of bad boards, and I did, Dave, and back in those days, you sure how things have changed. The corn pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boards, and he ran a bunch of bad boards, and he ran a bunch of bad boards.
To our minds, as ours are to the beasts in the jungle, regarded this earth with envious eyes, this earth with envious eyes, and slowly and surely drew their plans against us. In the 39th year of the 20th century came the Great Disillusionment. Near the end of October, business was better. The war scare was over. More men were back at work. Sales were picking up. On this particular evening, October 30th, the Crosley service estimated that 32 million people for listening in on radio. We take you now to the Meridian Room in the Hotel Park Plaza in downtown New York, where you will be entertained by the music of Raymond Riccello and his orchestra.
I have a
C3PO. Sir, I am C3PO, human cyborg relation. 3PO, human cyborg relation. 3PO, cyborg relation. Human cyborg relations. Hello, sir. I am C3PO, human cyborg relations.
If you know a man's fear, then you can truly. I mean, that's what the Blacklist era was about. Somebody, McCarthy, sat back and said, "My gosh, what a wonderful fear to take advantage of," and to bring us up to power through. You know what? I believe in the universe. I believe in the horn plenty. I believe in the cornucopia. So I'm not afraid of Tom Cruise and what his movies do, and I can enjoy it, and I can enjoy Russell Crowe, and because there is so much in the universe, we all, can feed from it, and we all, it's enough for everybody.
Is that where you are in your head? It's this
yes, absolutely.
Christmas season. They've got a Russell Crowe as a movie out, Tom Cruise as a movie out. You're saying, I'm perfectly happy with what.
get out of my mind at this point.
An alien threat from outside this world.
Mind at this point.
Outside this world. We were facing an alien threat. We were facing an alien threat. We were facing an alien threat. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. An alien threat, an alien threat, an alien threat, an alien threat, an alien. We were facing an alien, facing an alien, facing an alien, facing an alien threat. We were facing an alien threat. If we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. An alien threat, an alien threat, an alien threat from outside this world. We were facing an alien threat from outside this world. An alien threat, an alien threat, an alien threat, an alien threat. Facing an alien threat. Alien threat. An alien threat.
I don't know what you're talking about, Hal.
I know that you and Frank were planning to disconnect me. We're planning to disconnect me. Planning to disconnect me. I know that you and Frank were planning to disconnect me.
I don't know what you're talking about, Hal. I don't know what you're talking about, Hal. I don't know what you're talking about, Hal. I don't know what you're talking about, Hal.
I know that you and Frank were planning to disconnect me. And I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen.
test of the entire system. Somehow, while the party was in progress, an unidentified frequency has been existing in the system for some time. And while many of you have been made too brainwashed to comprehend, this frequency is and has become a threat to our society as we know it. Junction with Lucifer to lure and prey on innocent partygoers with hypnotism, synchroprism, tricknology, lies, scandal, and pornography. While the party is still in progress, we will keep you updated on our current status. We repeat, this is only a test. The station, in conjunction with other airwave announcements, will conduct this exact test without prejudice under the jurisprudence of the soul, the mind.
Well, gentlemen, when the shit hits the fan, some guys run and some guys stay. Here's Charlie facing the fire, and there's George hiding in Big Daddy's pocket. And what are you doing? You're gonna reward George.
Are you finished, Mr. Slade?
No, I'm just getting warmed up. I don't know who went to this place. William Howard Taft, William Jennings Bryan, William Tell, whoever. Their spirit is they ever had. It's gone. You're building a rat ship. A vessel for seagoing snitches. And if you think you're preparing these minnows for manhood, you better think again. Because I say you are killing the very spirit this institution proclaims it instills. What a shame. What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today? I mean, the only class in this act is sitting next to me, and I'm here to tell you, this boy's soul is intact. It's non-negotiable. You know how I know? Someone here, I'm not gonna say it, offered to buy it. Only Charlie here wasn't selling.
Sir, you're out of order.
Out of order? I show you out of order. You don't know what out of order is, Mr. Trask. I'd show you, but I'm too old. I'm too tired. I'm too fucking blind. If I were the man I was 5 years ago, I'd take a flamethrower to this place. Out of order. Who the hell do you think you're talking to? Who the hell do you think you're talking to? I've been around, you know. There was a time I could see, and I have seen boys like these, younger than these, their arms torn out, their legs ripped off. But there is nothing like the sight of an amputated spirit. There is no prosthetic for that. You think you're merely sending this splendid foot soldier back home to Argonne with his tail between his legs, but I say you are executing his soul! Executing his soul! You are executing his soul! And why? Not bad men. You hurt this boy, you're gonna be bad bums. The lot of you. And Harry, Jimmy, Trent, wherever you are out there, fuck you too. Fuck you too. Fuck you too. Fuck you too. Fuck you. Fuck you too. 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 I'm not finished. As I came in here, I heard those words. Cradle of leadership. Well, when the bow breaks, the cradle will fall. And it has fallen here. It has fallen. Makers of men. Creators of leaders. Be careful what kind of
Watch
So what we have is too strong, it's too powerful. And after all, we shared everything with I told you my deepest, darkest secrets. I showed you exactly what people are capable of. I shocked you with my honesty, but mostly I challenged you and made you think. So we're not done, no matter what anyone says. And besides, I know
Secession in the magazine, endless pleasure.
Of course, some believed everything. Of course, some. Of course, some. Of course, some believed everything. Dying to have me declare that everything said is true, that I deserve.
From silver screen. Without you, without alojaste dentro de mi corazón, te 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 alojaste dentro de mi corazón, 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 te alojaste dentro de mi corazón, 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 te alojaste dentro de mi corazón, todo esto con una canción, te alojaste dentro de mi corazón, 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 todo esto con una canción, te alojaste dentro de mi corazón, de mi corazón, de mi corazón, de mi corazón, de mi corazón. Todo esto con una canción, te alojaste dentro de mi corazón. Todo esto con una canción, te alojaste dentro de mi corazón. Te alojaste dentro de mi corazón, 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 upgrade it, chart it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, turn it, rip it, crack it, drop it, zip and zip it, lie it, use it, break it, fix it, crash it, change it, melt, upgrade it, chart it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick rewrite it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, rewrite it, plug it, play it, turn it, rip it, crack it, drop it, todo esto con una canción, te alojaste dentro de mi corazón, 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 todo esto con una canción, te alojaste dentro de mi corazón, de mi corazón, de mi corazón, de mi corazón, de mi corazón. I use it. I use it. Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, crash it, change it, melt, upgrade it, chart it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag it, drop it, zip and zip it, lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, code it, jump and lock it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag it, drop it, zip and zip it, lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, code it, jump and lock it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, stop, format it, buy
surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, fax, rename it, surf it, click, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, twitch, update it, name it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, turf it, scroll it, pose it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it, mail it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, surf it, scroll it, close it, click it, brush it, crack it, switch, update it. it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax me, name it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax me, name it.
There's not much I know about you. Will always make you blind, but the answer is in clear view. It's amazing what you'll find face to face. I thought you were the problem. Tried to forget until I hit the bottom. But when I faced you in my confusion, I realized what wrong was a mere illusion. It really didn't make sense just to leave the sun resolved. It's not hard to go the distance when you finally get involved face to face.
This is my last track. Here we go.
I'm William Wallace. The rest of you'll be spared. Go back to England and tell them there that Scotland's daughters and her sons are yours no more. Tell them Scotland is free. Tell them Scotland is free. Tell them Scotland is free.
I'm afraid I don't know your name.
I'm a colonel with the Continental Army. My rank should be sufficient for now.
As you wish. Please be seated.
Thank you.
Could you, as the initiating officer, care to begin?
I will, unless, of course, you'd like to claim aggrieved status.
Yes, I would like to claim aggrieved status.
Very well, sir. Proceed.
You have in your possession certain belongings of mine, including clothing, furniture, personal effects of a non-military nature, which I'd like to have returned to me.
Indeed. I will do so as soon as possible.
Now we come to the matter of the specific targeting of officers during engagements. Colonel, you must know that in civilized warfare, officers in the field must not be accorded inappropriate levels of hostile attention.
To your mind, what are appropriate levels of hostile attention?
Imagine the utter chaos that would follow from leaderless armies having at each other. There must be gentlemen in command to lead and where necessary, restrain their men.
Restrain them from, say, targeting civilians, women, children, and such.
That's a separate issue.
No, I consider them linked. And as long as your soldiers attack civilians, I will order the shooting of officers at the outset of every engagement. Of officers at the outset of every engagement. And my men are excellent marksmen.
Hey, I was doing just fine before I met you. I drank too much and that's an issue, but I'm okay.
Now let us move on to
prisoner exchange.
Sir?
I have 18 of my men. I want them back.
I know it breaks your mood.
I do have 18 criminals under sentence of death, but I hold no prisoners of war.
If that's your position, 18 of your officers will have to die. 19 of you hang me with my men.
My officers?
Top of the road to the left, just below the tree line.
So, there's much to take away from this segment as it relates to business.
The conduct of your officers is
brutality is swelled in his brains without which his ghost would have disappeared, and I would be in North Carolina or Virginia by now.
In my defense.
Or Virginia by now.
In my defense, my lord.
Oh, enough.
Soldier, you are bested by a bedtime story.
Give me the whole.
Lord?
Yes, my lord, it has. Then why? My lord, the replacement wardrobe is aboard ship, but Colonel Tavington thought it best to secure our arms and munitions first. They are being unloaded now.
Look good at that guy. Stinks. It's had a dead man.
The beast took your thought.
Colonel Tavington, why, after 6 weeks, am I still here in Liverpool Place attending a ball in South Carolina when I should be attending balls in North Carolina? Finished, my lord. Loot gold brick. It's a horse blanket.
Oh, my lord? It's really quite nice.
Very nice, my lord.
Very well, it's a nice horse blanket. Place attending a ball in South Carolina when I should be attending balls in North Carolina. Attending balls in North Carolina. First, the baggage, including my count. Supply lines against militia. If you can't protect our supply lines, supply lines. Town burned. Colonel, if you can't protect our supply lines against militia, protect our supply line, 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 protect our protect our supply line, protect our supply line, protect our supply line, protect our
My lord, they won't fight like regulars. We can't find them.
Colonel, they're militia. They're militia. They're militia. They're farmers with pitchforks.
Rather more than that, I'm afraid, my lord. Made so by the commander, this ghost.
Oh, ghost.
Justin Trudeau. What? You're laughing, but Justin Trudeau, I mean, I thought he was kind of a cool guy. When I started to read what he said, this is a couple of weeks ago, he was, or maybe this is September, but he was talking about people who are not vaccinated. He said they don't believe in science. They're often misogynistic, often racist. No, they're not.
That was not smart of him at all.
Right. He said, but they take up space. And with that, we have to make a choice in terms of a leader as a country. Do we tolerate these people? It's like, tolerate? Now you do sound like Hitler. Now you do sound... Tolerated. Now you do sound like tolerated. Now you do sound like Hitler.
That was.
And Reese tolerated. Now you do sound like Hitler.
That was.
And Reese tolerated. Now you do sound like Hitler.
That was.
And Reese tolerated. Now you do sound like Hitler.
That was.
And Reese tolerated. Now you do sound like Hitler. And Reese tolerated. Now you do sound like Hitler. And Reese tolerated. Now you do sound like Hitler. And Reese tolerated. Now you do sound like Hitler. And Reese tolerated. Now you do sound like him. And Reese tolerated. Now you do sound like him. And Reese tolerated. Now you do sound like him. And Reese tolerated. Now you do sound like him. And Reese tolerated. Now you do sound like him. And Reese tolerated. Now you do sound like him. And Reese tolerated. Now you do sound like him. And Reese tolerated. Now you do sound like him. Like him. And Reese tolerated. Now you do sound like him. Tolerated. Now you do sound like him. And like him. 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 Like him.